I was mixing a song the other day and I discovered something that I never tried before because no one ever talks about using reverb in this way. For like the last 5 years, I've always put all of my reverb and delay effects all on separate auxiliary buses or send effects so that I can just send some level to them on a different track and they just make the reverb and whatever and it mixes with everything. We're good to go. I've never put reverb as the first insert on a vocal track before any EQ, before compression, before any of that stuff. And I found out it sounds pretty amazing, and I want to show you in this video today. Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Bobby Balo. I'm the mixing and mastering engineer at Raytown Productions. This channel is dedicated to helping you make better sounding music without needing to spend a ton of money on expensive gear or unnecessary plugins. If you're new here, be sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a single video. I drop new videos every single week to help you level up the quality of your music. And as a special thank you for you spending your time with me today, I have a link to download my favorite free mixing and mastering plugins. It's a comprehensive guide that has every type of plugin imaginable. I'm talking compressors, limiters, clippers, distortion, reverbs, sample rate converters. I even have samples in this guide. It's totally free, and you can download your copy in the description. The track I'm going to show you this trick on is a song by a band called Eden Rose, and this is called Moving On. So if you like what you hear and you want to hear more music from this artist, I have links to all of their stuff in the description. So anytime I mix vocals, I've always set up my reverbs to be as send effects on auxiliary tracks. That way, we can just go into our vocal file and then go to sends, and then we can just send a little bit of the signal to, let's say, a vocal plate reverb, like Lexicon plate, or a hall reverb. So that's what I typically do. And here are the two different plugins that I always use in my vocals. It's the hall and plate settings. So if we send some of our vocal signal, let's check out what it sounds like.
There's no need to say goodbye. You cry dealing with mistakes.
So here's the plate.
I am still around.
Obviously, that's way too much.
A way to clear my mind.
Something like that sounds pretty nice. I'll probably pull it back a little bit more. And then I would also always just add like a hall just to give it a nice little wash to the vocal. So let's see what that sounds like. Let me turn the plate off.
Take this time and drive all night. Clouds above, what am I thinking of?
Here's them together.
Guess I'll move on.
And that's how I've always done vocals for like the last 5 years, right? Check this out. What happens if we put, let's say, a reverb before our entire like vocal chain? What if we put a reverb before we do any EQ, compression, any of that stuff, right? No one ever talks about that. They all say, don't do it. It's bad. You know, bad things happen. Check this out. It's kind of a really, really cool effect. So there's a reverb that I'm digging a lot more and more, and this is actually by IK Multimedia. It's the Sunset Sound Reverb plugin. You can do this with any plugin. This is just one that I'm digging right now. So we're going to use a chamber reverb. So let me move this to the front of the line. Now, before I use this plugin, I want you to listen one more time to the sound of the reverb when we add it this way, when we send the reverb to a separate track, or when we put the reverb at the end of the plugin chain. Okay, they're basically the same thing.
Moving on. I don't want to make you cry, dealing with mistakes. I'm a mess. I am still around.
Now, what you'll notice is that the reverb is there at like the same volume the entire way through, right? Check out what happens when we put the reverb before everything, before our compressors, before all that. Okay? I'm going to just ride up the reverb volume here and listen to the feeling of the reverb. Listen to the movement of the reverb. Here we go.
I will find a way to clear my mind. Take this time and drive all night. Clouds above, what am I thinking of?
I know that's a lot of reverb, right? So try to ignore that. But if you listen carefully, the reverb now has movement. Okay. When the vocalist is singing, the reverb kind of pulls itself back so the vocalist feels closer. And then as soon as the vocalist stops, those compressors are releasing their volume back because they're compressing the signal. They're releasing the volume back to the vocal track. And what's happening is it's causing an increase in volume of the reverb tail. So you get this really, really cool clarity from the voice by having a lot of reverb there, and it's ducking the reverb a little bit. And then when the vocal stops, the reverb tail swells in. And so you can have a lot of reverb there, and it's quiet when the vocals are going, almost like you're side chaining the vocal to the reverb. And then as soon as the vocal stops, you get this beautiful swell of reverb that kind of fills songs that have a lot more space to them. So if you use this correctly, you don't need to do a bunch of side chaining to reverbs and doing all this complicated crap. You can just put your reverb plugin first and then dial in the amount of wet signal or the mix of the reverb before all your compressors, and you can get this really cool movement of that reverb. And so just to give you an idea of what my vocal chain looks like, I have two compressors here back to back. I use 1176. This is a Waves CLA 76 and Waves CLA 2A. And I have links to all these different plugins in the description if you want to check them out. But I just want to show you like the amount of gain reduction I'm doing because I am pretty aggressive with my compressors on vocals. So let me play it.
Dealing with mistakes, I'm a mess.
So that first plugin is the 76. That's this one. We're doing about 5 to 7 dB of gain reduction. This is just, for example, you could do way more, you could do way less. But if you're doing about this much, it helps to give that reverb that nice movement without overdoing it. So, and then right after this plugin, we have the LA2A.
I am still around.
Doing about 3 dB of gain reduction. So using these two plugins with this reverb in front of it, you can get this kind of a sound.
I will find a way to clear my mind.
So in the context of the song, let's hear how that sounds now.
Time and drive all night. Clouds above, what am I thinking of? Gone a while, guess I'll move on. Moving on.
So like right there, that last phrase, it was beautiful because moving on, it's nice and tight, clear, articulate, feels close, and then that wash of the reverb comes in and helps to smooth out that transition. So I would love it if you tried this in your next song, give it a shot on the project you're working on, and then come back here and let me know what you thought. By the way, if you want to go deeper into your vocal chain, I have a YouTube video on this Waves plugin chain that I use all the time that just always seems to work. And that's basically the same plugin chain I'm using on this project. So I'll put a card up here so that you can check that out if you're interested. Don't forget to pick up that free downloadable guide that I have in the description. If you liked what you heard with the song, go and show Eden Rose some love by following them on social media or checking out their Spotify. And if you thought this video was helpful, you can always hit that thumbs up button and share this video with some friends or post it on your social media and help get the word out. And with that, I want to thank you so much for your time and attention today, and I hope to see you in another video.